Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about all of the weapons in the finals. If you want to know about the gadgets and the specializations each of the classes have, then I will be covering that in another video, so that will come after this. So we're going to start off with the light class here, and we're going to start off with the sword. It takes 3 hits to kill a light build with the sword with normal attacks, and takes 2 hits with a heavy attack. There's one, and there's the second. It takes 4 hits to kill a medium build with light attacks, and it takes 2 hits to kill them with a heavy attack. To kill a heavy build, it takes 5 light attacks and 3 heavy attacks. So this weapon is quite good for anyone that likes melee. It's got a decent amount of range on it, and it does quite good damage. Next up we have the dagger. The dagger takes 3 hits to kill a light enemy with. The interesting thing about the dagger is it takes the same number of light attacks and heavy attacks to kill enemies. So if I use heavy attacks here, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavy attacks. And if I kill this medium here, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light attacks. So that is interesting about the dagger. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but there you go. And to kill a heavy build, it takes 7 attacks. So if you want to use a melee weapon, I would suggest the sword rather than the dagger, because the sword has better range, and also it has the heavy attack that can be handy as well. But the dagger, even though it has the heavy attack, it doesn't do more damage, which is interesting. Next up we have one of the most powerful weapons in the game by a long shot. It's the SR-84. I wouldn't suggest using this weapon unless you have insane aim, and if you do have insane aim, I would suggest using this weapon because it's very, very good. It one-shots a light build with a headshot, it two-shots them with body shots, it 2-shots a medium build with headshots, and it 3-shots them with normal shots. Here's the second, there's the third. And for a heavy build, it takes 2 headshots, which is insane. That's, like, pretty decent. And it takes 4 body shots. An interesting fun fact about this is you can one-clip an entire team if you get only headshots with 1 bullet left over. So, if I shoot a light, if I shoot a medium twice, and then if I shoot the heavy, and I have 1 bullet left over. So this is extremely powerful, especially if you're very, very good at aiming. You can, like, camp on top of a building and just take out a whole team in 1 clip. It's really good if you have, like, insane aim. Next up is the XP-54. This is the new SMG for the light build. It takes 6 headshots to kill a light enemy, and 9 body shots. It takes 7 headshots to kill a medium enemy, and 14 body shots. To kill a heavy build, it takes 13 headshots, or 20 body shots. This gun is good. It has a longer range than the other SMG for the light class, and it does decent amounts of damage. Yeah. Next up we have the SH-1900 or SH-1900. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. This is a double-barrel sawed-off shotgun. Interesting thing about this is it doesn't have a headshot multiplier, but it does do insane damage. There you go, the light build just disappeared. Disappeared again. Since this is a shotgun, you obviously want to hit all of the pellets, otherwise it's not going to do the full damage. It 1-shots a light build, as you just saw, it 2-shots a medium build, and it 3-shots a heavy build. So this is a very, very, very powerful weapon, but I'm going to show you something here. So if I'm right next to the light build and I aim down sights and I get all of the pellets to hit, it's a 1-shot, but if I aim at this other one and if I shoot with like half the reticle on them, it doesn't do as much damage. So because it's a shotgun, you want all of the pellets to hit, otherwise it's not going to do as much damage. And also it has a large fall-off range because it's a sawed-off shotgun. So if I shoot from over here, it's not a one-shot anymore. So, like in other games, like with most shotguns in video games, you want to hit all of the pellets. You want your reticle to be on the enemy as much as possible, and you also want to be fairly close to them so you can get all of the damage in. If you're someone that likes being very close ranged and all of that, then the shotgun's probably going to be the weapon you want to pick, because it just destroys at close range. Next up we have the V95. This is a pistol. It takes 3 headshots to kill a light build and 5 body shots. It takes 5 headshots to kill a medium build and 8 body shots. It takes 7 headshots to kill a heavy build and 10 body shots. This weapon is good if you have good aim and you don't like panic when you're in a fight and you're not trying to pray and spray. This is definitely a good weapon to use. And last but not least, for the light build, we have the LH1. For anyone that played the closed beta number 1, this weapon was a beast. It just destroyed for a lot of the beta, and then after a while they patched it and they nerfed it, and now it's like much more in line with all of the other weapons. It still is quite good though, especially if you're confident in your aiming. It takes 2 hits to headshot a light build, and it takes 4 body shots. It takes 3 headshots to kill a medium build and 6 body shots. It takes 5 headshots to kill a heavy build and 9 body shots. The best thing about this weapon is its fire rate. This thing has an insane fire rate. Like, you just tap and you just destroy. If you have good aim, this weapon is also a solid choice. It has decent range and a very high fire rate. It's a decent weapon. Now for the medium build! The weapon I've probably used the least, I don't think I even actually used it during the first closed beta, is the riot shield. I never actually noticed you have this little like baton thing with it as well. So if you right click it blocks, and if you left click it attacks. I'm gonna try it out here. I don't think I've actually tried this before. I'm a little bit excited. Okay, so it 3 shots a light build. It takes 4 hits to kill a medium build. And it takes 6 shots to kill a heavy build. This has a very slow fire rate or hit rate. It's much slower than the katana or the dagger on the light build, but I guess its pro is that you can block bullets. I haven't used this weapon at all. I haven't really seen anyone using it, but feel free to try it out. Yeah, I don't think it's great. I think it's not a fantastic weapon, but it is handy for blocking bullets coming at you. Next up, we have the Model 1887, which is a lever action shotgun. It takes 2 shots to kill a light build. By the way, I should mention, because it's a shotgun, it doesn't have a headshot multiplier. So it takes 2 shots to kill a light build. It takes 3... Ooh. Oh, I've surprised myself with that one. It takes 2 shots to kill a medium build as well. Okay, wow, okay. And it takes 3 shots to kill a heavy build. As you can see here, it does have a good bit of range. This heavy build's gonna, like, be there. I'm gonna shoot him, and it's still gonna be 3 shots. So, even though it's a shotgun, it has a decent amount of range. It has a lot more range than the sawed-off shotgun did. I'm very surprised at how much damage it did to the medium build. It only takes 2 shots to take out a medium build. That's a surprise to me. This gun seems alright, actually. I might have been sleeping on this one. Next up, we have the R.357, which is by far the weapon that I have used the most in both the first closed beta and in this closed beta so far. I absolutely love this weapon. It takes 1 shot and like a melee hit to kill an enemy, but it's 2 headshots to kill a light enemy, and it is 3 body shots to kill a light enemy. It takes 2 headshots to kill a medium enemy, and 4 body shots. It takes 3 headshots to kill a heavy enemy. And 5 body shots. So this weapon, the thing about this weapon is, if you get headshots, it's good. You want to be landing headshots with this weapon, especially against heavies. 3 headshots to take out a heavy in like that amount of time with a weapon is like, alright. If you have good aim, and like you are able to aim for headshots and land like body shots, then I would recommend this weapon. I really like this weapon. It's also good because a lot of weapons, like a lot of the assault rifles and SMGs, sometimes in this game having like consistent damage isn't great, and you just want a bit of burst damage, and this gun is the gun I would recommend for burst damage. Next up we have the CL40, a pump-action grenade launcher. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't used this weapon before. I haven't really tried it out at all. Okay, it takes 2 shots to eliminate a light enemy. It takes 3 shots to eliminate a medium enemy. And it takes 4 shots to eliminate a heavy enemy. That's about all there is to it with that weapon. I haven't used this weapon. I haven't seen anyone using this weapon. But, you know, I guess if you use it, it might be surprising. It might actually be hard to play against, especially if you're, like, just lobbing stuff into the building. That might be quite annoying to play against, actually. Next up, we have the AKM. I know a lot of people really, really like this weapon. I used it quite a bit during the first closed beta. I haven't actually tried it out this time round, though. So I'll give it a go now. It takes 5 headshots to eliminate a light enemy. And 8 body shots. It takes 8 headshots to eliminate a medium enemy. And 12 body shots. It takes 12 headshots to eliminate a heavy enemy. And 17 body shots. This weapon is your standard assault rifle. It's good, it has a decently sized magazine, and it's just all around a decent average weapon to use. It is very common. I think a lot of people quite like this weapon. Lastly, for the medium build, we have the FCAR, or FCAR. I don't know how to pronounce that. But this is the new assault rifle for the medium build that's like the AKM, but has longer range, I think. It has longer range and slower fire rate, I believe. Takes 4 headshots to eliminate a light enemy. And 6 body shots. It takes 7 headshots to eliminate a medium enemy. And 10 body shots. It takes 9 headshots to eliminate a heavy enemy. And 14 body shots. I haven't actually had much of a chance to try out this weapon. I actually haven't unlocked it yet. But from what I gather, it's like the AKM, but has a lower magazine. I think it has longer range and better accuracy. That's my understanding from it. And a slower fire rate as well. Now onto the heavy class. We're going to start out with the sledgehammer. It takes 2 light attacks to kill a light enemy, and it takes 1 heavy attack to kill a light enemy. It takes 3 light attacks to kill a medium enemy, and 2 heavy attacks. It takes 4 heavy attacks to kill a heavy enemy. And only 2 heavy attacks, which isn't actually that bad. So there you go. This is just another melee weapon. I think melee weapons on the heavy build is interesting. I think this can certainly be good if there is someone that doesn't know that you're there. If you're like fighting against a light build and they don't know that you're there, it can be devastating. But if they do know that you're there or that you're about to be coming, and they can kind of just slip away, it might be hard for you to catch up to them and actually land the attacks. Next up, we have the SA-1216. This is a like fast shooting shotgun. So as with all of the other shotguns, it doesn't have a headshot multiplier. This thing absolutely destroys. It takes 2 shots to kill a light enemy. It takes 3 shots to kill a medium enemy. And it takes 4 shots to kill a heavy enemy. At close range, this thing is as good as you're gonna get, I think. I think it's better than the light's sort of shotgun. I think it's absolutely insane that you can just, like, you can do a lot with this weapon. An interesting thing about it is after every 4 shots, you have to do, like, a little thing with the gun. So that's important to note as well. So if I shoot like 4 shots here, and then you have to wait, you have to wait, you have to wait, and you have to wait. So if you're fighting someone using, like, an assault rifle or something, and you shoot 4 shots, and, like, let's say you miss a couple, and you have to do the thing, just be wary of that. That might be important to know during a fight. Apart from that, though, if you can, like, manage that, if you can take cover while you're doing that, I think that weapon is very good. It takes 5 headshots to kill a light build, and 7 body shots. It takes 8 headshots to kill a medium build, and 11 body shots. It takes 11 headshots to kill a heavy build, and 16 body shots. This gun is just your average LMG. It's a decent weapon all around. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. I haven't used it much. I haven't played much of the heavy build at all, but I think it's a decent weapon and I see a lot of people using it. Next up we have the Lewis gun. This is the other LMG. It's the new weapon for the heavy class. It's similar to the other LMG, the M60, but it has a slower fire rate and I think it has more accuracy. It's similar to both the SMG and the assault rifle, actually. All of the new weapons are kind of similar. It takes 4 headshots to kill a light enemy, and 6 body shots. It takes 7 headshots to kill a medium enemy, and 13 body shots. It takes 13 headshots to kill a heavy enemy, and 14 body shots. This is similar to the M60 again, but it just has like a slower fire rate and is more accurate and has longer range, I believe. Similar to both the SMG and the assault rifle. I said this already. But yeah, I'd imagine this would be like as popular as the M60 because they are quite similar. Next up we have the MGL-32, which is a grenade launcher. This weapon is interesting because it explodes after it bounces twice. So if I shoot it on the floor, there's the first bounce, there's the second one. If I shoot it on the wall, first bounce, second bounce. And if I just shoot it like straight up into the air, it doesn't blow up. So as far as I know, unless there's like a really long timer on it, it doesn't blow up unless it bounces twice. But it might also have like a 10-second timer on it before it blows up if it doesn't bounce at all, which might be the case as well. It takes 2 shots to kill a light build. It killed the one on the left, not the one on the right, because the one on the right was like further away from the explosion. But it does take 2 shots to kill a light build. It takes 4 shots to kill a medium build. And it takes 5 shots to kill a heavy build. This is an interesting weapon. It has an interesting mechanic. It reminds me a lot of Junkrat from Overwatch. For anyone that's played Overwatch, his grenades blow up after they bounce twice and then they blow up. And it feels a little bit similar to that. So yeah, I haven't really used it. I haven't seen many people using it, but it certainly is interesting, especially if someone's like running away and you can... If you get the projectile right, I could see this being not such a bad weapon. Or just like shooting into buildings and stuff as well. I could see that being very annoying. The final weapon we have is the flamethrower. It takes 4 bullets to kill a light build. It takes 7 bullets to kill a medium build. And it takes 10 bullets to kill a heavy build. This weapon isn't bad. I have seen this being used. It is quite annoying to play against because it kind of like blurs your vision a little bit. And it's always annoying when there's something that does a little bit of extra damage over time as well, because that makes you think about your health and if you're going to die and stuff. This is definitely a scary weapon to play against, and I wouldn't be surprised if you chose it. It's like a decent weapon to use. It has like an alright range as well. I can actually showcase the range here too. If I stand here... I'm still hitting the enemy. If I go back a bit, I'm still hitting them. And then if I go, like, back a little bit more. Okay, so I'm hitting them here, and then if I step back and shoot, I'm not hitting them. So that's the range it has. But it's not a bad range, to be honest. And it can be quite annoying, and it's just stressful to play against. So it's not a bad weapon. Well, there you go. That's it. And there's all the weapons. So yeah, like I said at the start of the video, I'm also going to do another video on all of the gadgets and the specials for each hero, but I'm not going to do that in this video because it would be too long. But that's it for all the weapons, just to kind of give you some info on their time to kill and stuff. So yeah, there you go. Thank you for watching this, gentlemen. That's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.